welcome to Kim Wilpon Crafts. I'm your girl, Kim Wilpon, and this is a Vlogmas Cha little vlog, and we're going to be talking about all the things that I'm working on for the holidays, all the crafts, all the creations, and the updates on some of the things that I showed you last week. So before we start, I just want to say what pattern this is, because I know I'm going to get comments. What sweater I'm wearing. This sweater is a Scrappy Stripe by Mona K. It is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I thought it was a good use of my yarn scraps. And if you are someone who also bought like an advent calendar, or somebody gifted you an advent calendar, it's good use for those scraps too. The weight of yarn recommended for this is a DK though, so if you got like a fingering or a sock weight yarn advent calendar, maybe not, but you can also double them up, you know. There's ways to modify anything. Let's start with some of the updates. So the yarn did arrive for my mother-in-law's sweater. We're gonna be doing this step-by-step sweater by Florence Miller, and this is the yarn that arrived. Dun, 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 dun. And it is so stunning. It is not as soft as I was hoping, but it's really I think it's gonna knit really beautiful. It's a Donegal tweed. Taki Yarns, Donegal tweed, homespun, pure new wool. I think I have like 5 or 6 skeins. I hope that's enough, 5 skeins. But she's getting a smaller, extra small, so yarn. What is next? Okay, do you remember when me last week was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna finish the hat like this week. It's gonna be like so good. No. I had a really busy week and I didn't finish the hat, but hopefully this week I'll be able to finish it. So hopefully next week you'll have like a finished object. But here we are. Here's the progress. I don't even know how much further along I was than a week ago. Okay. So that's where we're in the Alpine Bloom. It should be done. I was planning on knitting a lot yesterday, but then yesterday morning I was making breakfast and I burnt my fingies. I burnt these 2 fingies. You honestly can't even tell because I used colloidal silver, and if you don't use colloidal silver, I'm not a doctor, so again, this is just my feelings. The colloidal silver is like, I'm gonna equate it to like medication in the capital of the Hunger Games. It is, if you have a burn, like you would never know. You would just never know. I literally had like peeled off last year. I know, I'm not gonna throw a picture because I think honestly, trigger warning, like it was awful. I like lost like layers of skin on this hand, but you could never tell. There's like no scar. It's insane. But colloidal silver saved my little fingies, and I was able to knit by the end of the day. A light burn, but I had a pocket full of ice yesterday while I was out and about, but I was able to knit at the end of the day. So that is where I'm at with the Alpine Bloom. Moving on to the husband's sweater, the Marshland. Here we are. I think it looks really flippin' good. I'm so happy with how this is coming out. I'm actually almost done with the color work part of this. And then on the body, and then it's just like, well, I guess there's more color work at the bottom of the pattern, but it's only like 2 inches of color work, which should be easy peasy. But I'm so excited. Yeah, it's looking just looking so good. I'm just so happy. And I am knitting it in front of him, but he is actively like, just like not looking at me when I talk to him, which I think is really cute. He like really wants to be surprised by it, but also I need him to try it on at some point. And I need him to not look at it then either. I just need to be able to see what I need to see, you know what I mean? But I might have to just go by the notes that I have and hope for the best, because I'm not taking it all out after it's done. I'm just excited. It's exciting. As soon as that hat is done though, I'm moving on to the Hobbiton, because I want a Hobbiton so badly. It hurts. I like found a pair of pants that I want to buy to wear with my Hobbiton. I've been looking up button-up shirts. I literally have like an outfit dreamed up in my head of like how beautiful I'm gonna look at Christmas in this vest. This vest needs to be done by then. And also it seems simple enough that I could get it done by then. So as soon as I finish that hat, I can move on to something else. And then I also ordered more yarn for projects for my dance teacher and my friend from dance. That yarn is not here yet, and it should arrive next week. So, but I think those are gonna be really quick knits. Like I think I can probably get those done within a day or two each. So, and then this is what I'm so excited about. Okay, so then I had this idea. Okay, hold on. I'm just getting so excited. I can't even like get my words straight. Okay, do you remember last week when I was like, I don't know what to do for my parents? I literally was like, help, nurse. I was like laying in bed on Saturday, having a wee cry, and I was like feeling really nauseous, and I was like crying about it, and I'm just, you know, being hormonal. I had this idea for gifts for everyone in my family. It meant to be for my parents. I ended up finding little gifts for my parents that I think they're gonna absolutely love. But then I decided that I was gonna make everyone in my family like sweatshirts with like one of their quotes on it that I think is so funny. And so we're all, like the whole family's getting the same colored sweatshirt, and then the same, everyone will have the same font, but like a different quote. And I just was like so excited that that's gonna be like everyone's like main gift. I'm stoked. So some of the sweatshirts have started to arrive. My Cricut vinyl, my heat transfer vinyl has arrived. If you have another heat transfer vinyl that you really like that's not Cricut brand, let me know what that is in the comments. If you saw a video that I made about all the things I made for my best friend's baby shower, you would know that there's some heat transfer vinyl that I will never buy again. But so that's what I decided to do for my parents for the holidays. So, and I guess for every other member of my family also. So I said I was gonna give my best friend one of my sweaters I was talking about last week, but I decided to take it out because it needs like a little bit of mending, just on a little shoulder. I don't know what happened to this yarn right here, but that's an easy enough fix. But this is my Zweig, and I think it's just really pretty. But I added some extra rows in the short row shaping in the back, and it just makes it a little wider in the shoulder. But I think it'll look really nice on my bestie. I just have to put my little tag in it, and it's also long as she likes a longer sweater, whereas I do not like a longer sweater. If I pulled this one all the way down, it would be like right under my butt. I want to knit one identical to this, so that's more periwinkle sheep yarn. I love them. I ordered some mystery skeins from them also. I really can't wait to show you. Their yarn's just like so yummy, and it's got this like beautiful sheen to it. My Olivia with the boucle was made with their stuff. I just really love them. I'll never stop saying beautiful things about them. But it's just stunning. It's a stunning pattern. It's Caitlin Hunter, if you don't know. So that is gotta get finished, which I think I can probably do today. I think we're on a good track to finish all the things I want to finish by Christmas. I think some of the things are gonna be finished at the end of the month, not necessarily by Christmas, but I think my husband's sweater, I really, like, that's the one that needs to be done by Christmas. And I would love for my Hobbiton to be completed by then also. We'll see. And then the sweater for my mother-in-law, she'll get that after the holidays, and I think I already told her that. So I don't feel like stressed about that. And also she lives in the mountains, like it's gonna be cold for like several months. So we got time. I want her to get this so like as soon as I can. So the second I'm done with my Hobbiton, like my fingers are going right on to that. I don't like to have too many things on my needles at one time. I really want to get moving on some socks, but I think that's in the new year. But yeah, that's what we've got going on. That's the holiday update. So I'm hoping next week there's some more things to show you, some more progress to show you, maybe a new project to show you on some needles. So that's it. So I'll see you all in the next one.